was blessed a long time ago to invest my money the right way and, you know, put...
What you think about me, I don't care what you say about me. You're not in the position that I'm in.
Terence Crawford has finished teasing Floyd Mayweather with his insults. Crawford has disclosed that Floyd owes him money and that it's time for him to quit acting wealthy after Floyd attacked Crawford's victory, calling it unworthy and even sharing a private sparring video. Floyd owes Crawford over $31 million in total. He claims that money was a factor in their relationship from the beginning. This occurs shortly after Floyd was sued in Vegas a few days ago for failing to pay for his cars, landing him in yet another of his typical financial ruts. Crawford claims that Floyd is attempting to use the internet to find validation for this. His financial status, however, may differ from what he claims.
I couldn't choose a better guy for the job.
He's gonna make you hundreds of millions, you say?
Hundreds of millions, it sounds good, but we're in the billionaires club.
Less than 10 days ago, the case that prompted Crawford's response was filed in Clark County District Court, and it paints an uneasy picture for the former champion. Together with Floyd, Mayweather Promotions LLC was listed in the case against Vegas Auto Gallery, which claimed that on July 3rd, Floyd paid more than $2 million for 4 luxury cars. A 2025 McLaren, a 2023 Ferrari, a 2023 Porsche, and a 2018 Mercedes Maybach were on the list. Court documents state that Mayweather gave the dealership 2 checks, one for $1.6 million and the other for $650,000, but then told them not to deposit them.
Claiming that they did some shady practices. So this is a response to their lawsuit that he bought 4 cars in the amount of $2.3 million back in July. And one of the cars was $1.2 million, which was a 2018 special edition Maybach. I don't know, something really, really fancy. Very, very rare.
Rather, he paraded the cars to his 29 million Instagram followers, documenting the acquisition. According to the vendor, Floyd wanted to use them as props to support the wealthy Mayweather persona and never meant to keep them. In the end, Floyd agreed to keep the Maybach under a $1.2 million settlement and gave back 3 of the cars. The issue is that he has yet to make payment.
We got options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16.
Floyd and Mayweather Promotions admitted to the verdict by agreeing to the settlement. They were admitting in advance that they owed the money and that, in the event of a default, they would not be able to legally contest the arrangement. The dealership claims that Floyd missed several deadlines in spite of the unbreakable promise, even after they granted him an extension. Vegas Auto Gallery's attorney, Michael Cristalli, put it succinctly, "Our filing is self-explanatory. Mr. Mayweather refused to pay for the cars even after he purchased them, executed purchase agreements, and submitted checks."
$25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, "That's true, but you owe 50 more." And he's just like, that can't be right.
This kind of assertion about Mayweather is not new. He has been accused by numerous companies over the years of making late payments or just refusing to pay for goods and services. Floyd has dealt with the same issue time and time again, from unpaid pay at his now closed strip club in Las Vegas, Girl Collection, to conflicts with jewelry sellers and event planners. The individual who shows off his wealth is also embroiled in debt disputes.
I mean, dang, Floyd Money Mayweather. Man, wow, y'all around here getting Rolexes, not paying for them. Man, y'all got stacks of money, owing jewelers money. Man, how y'all around here, man, getting millions of dollars in all this jewelry and leaving 280...
Crawford's remarks fall into that category. It is not unexpected for him to claim that Floyd owes him almost $31 million. Although Crawford's camp has not disclosed many details, the background raises some questions. Crawford might be alluding to money he feels he lost because he was never able to have a fight with Mayweather to start. Crawford was rising in the pound-for-pound rankings, a unified champion at 140 pounds, and headed for welterweight supremacy when Floyd retired in 2017. At that time, a Mayweather versus Crawford bout would have been extremely popular and probably brought in hundreds of millions of dollars in pay-per-view revenue.
I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants...
Business dealings outside of the ring are an additional possibility. Many competitors, events, and joint ventures have been impacted by Mayweather's promotional arm. Boxing has always involved disputes over unpaid percentages, marketing cuts, or promotional commitments. The culture surrounding sparring films just serves to highlight how startling this is. Following the release of a private Floyd sparring video, Crawford's remarks came to light. Sparring is sacred in boxing. Rarely is anything that occurs in the gym intended for public consumption. Although fighters frequently pit themselves against champions in private, disclosing video is regarded as a breach of confidence.
Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it ready. I need everybody. At Girl Collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, but whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl Collection.
Ironically, Floyd's unbeaten achievements and impenetrable fortune served as the foundation for his identity. 50Z's brand is now inextricably linked to the money team, and that reputation is damaged by the fact that he is currently embroiled in legal battles about return checks and overdue audits. And Crawford has the right to criticize him because he recently became the only man in the 4-belt period to go undefeated in 3 separate weight divisions.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
It's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your.
The specifics of the Vegas Auto Gallery case demonstrate how flimsy Mayweather's financial persona may be when put to the test in court. According to court documents, Floyd publicly criticized the dealership and advised his millions of fans to stay away from them in addition to not making the payment. According to the dealer, Floyd's admirers threatened him as a result of those posts. The dealership is concerned about reputational harm in addition to lost revenue. Floyd is attempting to win in public what he is losing in private by engaging in battles on social media and in court.
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up that.
Allegations that Floyd Mayweather owes other sportsmen money. The well-known accusation was made by rapper 50 Cent, who claimed that Floyd had defrauded him of $2 million while he was incarcerated.
We're gonna get to it. What's up? We're gonna get to it. International with it.
Crawford has handled money strategically. After years of disagreements, he left top rank after placing a wager on his own victory over Errol Spence Jr. and earning a career-defining sum. He is currently undisputed in 3 boxing classes, at the pinnacle of the sport, and financially stable on his own terms. He is pointing at Floyd not only as a critic, but also as a man who believes he will carry on Mayweather's fighting legacy and independence.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses.
Floyd's attorneys are attempting to salvage the vehicle case in the interim, charging the dealership of defrauding them by hiding papers such as the odometer certificate. However, legal experts have already rejected that countersuit as feeble, with Chris Daly describing it as absurd and frivolous. It only highlights Floyd's greatest challenge. The growing evidence that he just failed to pay outweighs his attempts to lawfully retaliate.
it became a fight where Crawford made it where Canelo, to have any chance, he had to go get close. So he had to go through a bad neighborhood.
Yep.
And Crawford mugged him. It's that simple. He had to go through a bad neighborhood to get anything done, to get to the place that something was going to be done good.
Yeah.
And he got mugged going through that neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Well, if I think about it, if I do come back and you...
In addition to Floyd's financial and legal issues, Crawford has retaliated against him for saying that his bout with Canelo was simple since Canelo was cleaned up. Crawford claims that he had a well-defined strategy that he adhered to, which included Mayweather's approach. In a later interview with Inside the Ring, Crawford acknowledged that the key has historical roots. He had researched Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s devious defense and how it broke down Alvarez. He had examined Dimitri Bivol's methodical strategy, which totally neutralized him. Even when Alvarez's restricted movement betrayed him during the Mexican's fight with William Skull, he had observed lapses. The pattern was evident to Crawford. I was aware that he stated matter-of-factly that he was going to beat him. Canelo struggled whenever he encountered a style similar to mine. I was armed with all of those things and more.
Shout-outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm gonna let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First,
the duel started with muted anticipation despite the magnificent location. Most believed that Alvarez's strength and bulk would put a stop to it well before the last bell rang. Canelo attempted to use his strength right away, but soon encountered a strong defense. Crawford patiently countered, slipped, and blocked. Despite their lack of flair, his blows were consistent and powerful. Crawford said that Alvarez's power never felt definitive, even as the rounds went on. There's never been a formula to beat Terence Crawford, he stated. So, I knew I had a good chance of winning. Crawford silently created a masterwork of accuracy while the audience awaited Canelo's explosion. A final warning was given by his corner as the championship rounds drew near. They're not going to give it to you.
Wait, to be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know, but for me, I knew I could do it and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to...
In response, Crawford stepped up his pressure, quickened the pace, and dominated the final 2 rounds. The judges validated what was already clear when the final bell rang. The triumph put Crawford on a historic pedestal and increased his record to 42-0 with 31 knockouts. The first combatant to unite 3 distinct divisions from all 4 major belts. In 1938, when Undisputed held a distinct weight, Henry Armstrong became the final fighter to attain such domination.
See, I think that for me, I watch defense as much as I watch offense. So, yeah, like I thought, like watching Bud catch those shots off his glove.
He looked amazing.
So amazing.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah. He'd go to a body and he'd catch that and come up with an uppercut. You know, just all those things that seem...
He looked great.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do that to ever.
No one has, yeah.
Crawford, meanwhile, came out as essentially unconcerned in the aftermath. I don't sense anything unique. He responded casually, as though greatness were in his nature. It was meant to be. That may be the most remarkable aspect of his tale. Now that the focus is back on Floyd, Crawford never characterized the fight as an impossible achievement, but rather as an inevitable product of preparation, research, and conviction. Crawford also dismissed Floyd's attempt to minimize his victory, pointing out that Floyd had his own issues to deal with. Floyd is the one being hauled to court over unpaid luxury automobiles, and he's the one who's now searching for high-profile events once more. Since Mayweather seemed to be returning to the ring for non-legacy related reasons, Crawford felt that the criticism was baseless.
We getting ready.
In the upcoming year, Mayweather has already committed to fight heavyweight superstar Mike Tyson. Although it is constructed as an exhibition, nobody is blind to the time. Floyd has faced litigation in Las Vegas, including one from Vegas Auto Gallery for a debt judgment of $1.2 million. Another well-publicized paycheck that looms over him follows the same pattern that his detractors have been pointing out for years. Furthermore, Floyd has now made room for something even more significant, a rematch with Manny Pacquiao. Under an interview, he acknowledged that discussions are under progress and that the prospect is being aggressively investigated even if no contracts have been signed.
You would even fight him today?
Even here.
Oh my goodness. Tell me about that fight a little bit. Being in there with Floyd being in there with you, like what was the experience like being there, in the ring, fighting him finally?
It's good, but despite all those things, but after the fight, right after the fight, I went to the hospital and got operated. My
Yeah, you got an operation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you posted a picture of.
Really hurt.
Was he better or?
Sean Gibbons, Pacquiao's advisor, affirmed Pacquiao's desire by pointing out that they had previously signed contracts with PBC and Al Haymon in 2019 with the intention of making Mayweather-Pacquiao 2. Mayweather retreated at the time. Floyd quickly distanced himself when Pacquiao defeated Adrian Broner and then Keith Thurman. In fact, he left the arena before the Thurman fight's official verdict was read. After losing to Yordenis Ugas, Pacquiao eventually retired, and that rematch never happened. Pacquiao has returned.
But I don't think I thought I won the fight. Like, I throw a lot of punches, even though he's moving around. Like, I can imagine why I lost the fight.
Okay, Manny, wrapping this up, I got to ask you, because we talked about this Mayweather-Pacquiao. Do we see a rematch if you win on Saturday, Manny?
I don't know, just one at a time. Let's talk about that after the fight.
All right.
Additionally, as litigation mounts, the pursuit of money appears to be more of a necessity than a choice. What are your thoughts?